circle, it's to divide it into 8 equal parts, and then to divide it into 16 equal parts too. In our circle, we have different references, like the reference angles, the degrees, and the coordinates. The four main coordinates that we need is 1, 0, 0, 1, negative 1, 0, and 0, negative 1. These coordinates are established in the 360 degrees, 90 degrees, 180 degrees, 270 degrees. These coordinates are telling us where is our first quadrant, our second quadrant, the third quadrant, and our fourth quadrant.
Each quadrant is divided in three angles, 30, 45, and 60, each one of them in relation with the x-axis. Each angle you have can be converted into radians using the formula the degrees you have times pi over 180, or if you have in radians, the radians you have times 180 over pi.
It is important to know that each angle or radian in the unit circle has a specific coordinate. Also, it's important to know that in the unit circle, the radius of the circle is 1. The x values on the coordinates of the angles are always the cosine, and the y values are always the sine. The main angles coordinates are from 90 degrees is cosine 0, 1 sine, 180 is minus 1 cosine and 0 sine. From 270, the cosine is 0 and the sine is minus 1. And finally, the 360 degrees angle is 1 cosine and 0 sine. The 30, 45, and 60 degrees angles coordinates are always the same in all the unit circle in relation with the x-axis. The only thing you need to do is adapt the symbols, positive or negative, depending on which quadrant you are. The cosine of 30 degrees angles is root of 3 over 2 and the sine is 1/2. Then the cosine and sine of the 45 degrees angles are root of 2 over 2. And finally, the 60 degrees angles coordinates is cosine 1/2, and then the sine is root of 3 over 2.
Now here's an example of a unit circle problem. Let's say you get asked, what are the coordinates for 45, 135, 210, and 315? Now, we should know by memory the coordinates of 30, 45, and 60, which are root of 3 over 2, 1 over 2. Root of 2 over 2, root of 2 over 2, 1/2, root of 3 over 2. Now that we have identified the coordinates for 45, which are root of 2 over 2, root of 2 over 2, the simplest thing is to identify all the quadrants. Quadrant 1, both options are positive. Now, in the second quadrant, x is negative and y is positive. In the third quadrant, both are negative. And in the fourth quadrant, x is positive and y is negative. So, given this formula, in 135, which is almost the same as 45, x will be negative and y will be positive, giving us negative root of 2 over 2, comma root of 2 over 2. In the third quadrant, 210, it will be negative root of 2 over 2, comma negative root 2 of 2 over 2. And in the fourth quadrant, for 315, giving us root of 2 over 2, comma negative root of 2 over 2. This could be applied for every every coordinate. For example, 60, we have 1/2, comma, root of 3 over 2. And if you want that coordinate for 330, it would be 1/2, comma, negative root of 3 over 2.